curious. I mean, before you came to Pitt, you were committed to Cincinnati, I believe, as a grad transfer, right? I mean, was it when Pitt was trying to get you here, was winning the Coastal and playing in this game something that Coach Narduzzi and his staff were kind of preaching to you?
Yeah, that was really their whole recruiting pitch, is that they believe they had enough talent coming back for this season to get to the championship game. And I think I even mentioned that, and I forget who interviewed me when I first committed to Pitt, but I mean, that's been the goal since they started talking to me, and to see it come to fruition, I mean, it just reaffirms my decision to come here.
There was, some rough stretches there early in the first 5 games. I mean, was there, a game where for you were like, okay, wait, yeah, we actually are going to get this on the right track, maybe the Syracuse game or Duke game or one of those? Or?
Yeah, I knew just with our non-conference slate, that's, credit to all those teams we played. You got really 2 potential playoff teams and one that was projected a playoff team before the season started. But I knew as soon as we got into ACC play that we were going to turn some heads. And then you mentioned the Syracuse game. I think that was a big turning point in our season for us, for sure.
You mentioned all those highly ranked teams you guys played. This is just another one. The first 2 games didn't go so well for you guys, but that Notre Dame game was really close to happening. I mean, did that increase your confidence going in, not necessarily for a game like this, but just looking back, knowing that you came that close against a playoff team?
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you can play an elite team down to the wire like that, you definitely come out feeling like you could do it again, and maybe this time make some adjustments and get the W. So, we got a great challenge ahead of us, a great team, obviously, but we're feeling pretty good about where we stand right now.
How much, as far as the O-line changes last week, how much have you guys learned this week looking at that film, and how much do you feel like you can kind of clean up and get settled this week?
Yeah, just looking at the film and going over the game. We know what we have to do. I knew there was going to be some growing pains, some adjustments last week, and it showed a little bit. But I feel really confident in our unit and the 5 we got out there heading into Saturday. So I think we're ready. We're ready for the challenge.
After reviewing that tape, would you classify more of the breakdowns as communication, just mental type things, or were guys getting beat by Miami's up front? And which would you say?
I would just classify it as communication. I think just getting all 5 guys on the same page was a challenge for us last week. And then credit to that defense. Preseason they're picked to win the Coastal, and maybe they're a playoff team too. They have 3 or 4 guys on that defense that are going to be playing in the NFL next year. High draft picks too.
You ever sit back and sit down and think about how your life and career has changed in the past 12 months?
Yeah, I was just talking to a friend about that the other day. It's just, my decision to come here, how this season turned out, and with everything and all the great people I've met since I've been here. It really is fate, I believe. It's crazy to think about.
Anything final?
That happened